But to Pico's surprise, the lion finished sniffing, then sat down and regarded him with a curious look. Trembling and confused, Pico slowly lowered his hands from his eyes and met the lion's gaze. To his astonishment, the lion didn't look like he was going to hurt him at all. He seemed just as confused as Piko. Then something unbelievable happened. The lion squinted his eyes and began to speak.
It's you? I remember you. I remember your scent from yesterday. You did something to my leg. It's almost healed now. Why did you help me?
The question hung in the air, leaving Piko stunned and unsure of how to respond.
I saw you were hurt, so I wanted to help you.
Who said I wanted your help? Shouldn't you be afraid of me? I could have eaten you yesterday, and I could still do so now. Yet here you are, risking your life by coming here for a lion. Why?
Piko, trembling slightly, trying to muster his courage.
I thought you were different. I believed you were a good lion.
A good lion? Are you kidding me? There are no good lions for little creatures like you. Didn't you know that? You made a very big mistake coming back.
He then made a fierce, growling face that made Pico's heart race. For a moment, Piko felt his life flash before his eyes. Fearing he might be eaten, he regretted coming back. The lion he helped seemed just like all the other lions, scary and mean. But then, unexpectedly, the lion's expression softened. He smiled at Piko, a kind and gentle smile.
All right, don't be scared. I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm sorry for my attitude. I'm just not in the best mood right now, little guy. I didn't mean to scare you or be rude, and I'm truly sorry, especially considering what you've done for me. You had the courage to help a hurt lion, and then came back to check on me, even though this place is dangerous. I have to admit, it takes a lot of bravery to do that, especially for someone as small as you. I'm genuinely surprised and really respect that.
His voice filled with sincere gratitude. It took a few seconds for Piko to change his scared expression to a tough one. Even though he was very scared, it wouldn't be Piko if he didn't act strong and unafraid of the lion. The lion had called him brave and even said that he respected him. These words flattered him and gave him courage to speak back. Wanting to prove that he lived up to those compliments, Piko bristled at the comment, his cheeks puffing up with indignation.
Thank you. But did I hear you right? You called me a little guy? I'm not little. I'm one of the biggest and strongest in my family. I could probably lift you with one paw,
he declared, trying to sound confident. Musa didn't expect this kind of attitude from a small meerkat at all. It was truly brave of Piko to speak this way to a lion, and Musa found his attitude both cute and amusing. Wanting to match Piko's playful spirit, he let out a deep, rumbling chuckle that filled the air and said,
Oh, really? You could lift me with one paw? Then I'd better watch my words more carefully next time. Please forgive me. I made a huge mistake calling you little. I'm sorry, big guy. Just don't squash me like a bug, mighty one.
Piko narrowing his eyes, clearly seeing through the lion's sarcasm, but trying to stay cool.
Well, I'll let it slide this time.
Musa, with a theatrical mock bow, said,
Oh, thank you, mighty one. Your forgiveness is as grand as your stature. But would you do me the great honor of revealing the name of this formidable and esteemed meerkat? It would truly be a privilege to address you properly, especially given your impressive ability to lift lions with a single paw.
Piko puffed out his chest with a touch of pride and said,
My name is Piko. Remember it well, because you're going to hear it a lot. Trust me, I'm kind of a big deal around here.
Musa tilted his head with a playful gleam in his eye and chuckled.
Oh wow, if it's like that, I wouldn't expect anything less from someone with a name as grand as... Wait, did I hear that right? Your name is Piko. What a funny name. Piko? That sounds like it should belong to a mischievous little squirrel rather than a mighty meerkat. I was expecting something a bit more fearsome, but I suppose names aren't everything.
Oh yeah? And what's your name then, Mr. I'm So Tough?
Well, my name is Musa.
Piko was aware that Musa's name was actually quite nice, but he couldn't let the lion mock his own name without getting some revenge. So, he widened his eyes with exaggerated surprise and exclaimed,
Musa?
as if he was teasing the lion's name. Then, he burst into laughter. Musa raised an eyebrow, trying to look stern.
What's so funny, huh?
For a moment, Piko's laughter faltered as he was momentarily intimidated by the lion's serious expression. However, Musa's fierce look quickly softened into a broad, friendly grin, and both of them erupted into laughter, their joyous sounds ringing out across the land.
All right, Piko. I hope you didn't take it personally. I actually like your name. It really suits you. But I'm curious about something else. Why did you come to this area? It's very dangerous here. I can smell the scent of hyenas on every corner. It's their territory, and they're not to be trifled with.
No, I know my name is beautiful, but I have to admit, your name is almost as beautiful as mine. I'm aware of the dangers here, but the berries I like only grow in this area, and I'm getting tired of eating meat all the time, so I sneak out sometimes. But the real question is, why are you out here? I know these lands very well, and I'm aware that there are no lions living around here. So where did you come from? Where is your home?
As Musa's gaze shifted, Piko noticed the lion's expression change from lighthearted to deeply somber. There was a profound sadness in his eyes, reflecting a painful story. I don't have a home, Musa replied, quietly, his voice barely more than a whisper.
But everyone has a home.
Yeah, I had a home once, but not anymore. Things happened. Things that took everything away from me.
What happened?
Musa hesitated, clearly not wanting to delve into it. Piko sensed this and felt a surge of empathy for the lion. He decided to offer a solution instead.
You know, you can come to my home. It's beautiful and safe. I'd introduce you to my family. They'd be more than happy to welcome you.
Musa managed a faint, sad smile and shook his head gently.
No, Piko, I appreciate your kindness, but I don't belong with your family. I'm a lion, and your family would be afraid of me.
No, they won't be afraid. I'll tell them you're a good lion and that you're different from what they might expect. I've always wanted to be friends with a lion, and I'll make sure they know you're not a threat. They'll see how friendly you are. I really want you to see my home and meet my family. They're incredibly welcoming. Please, Musa, come with me.
Musa's expression hardened slightly.
Friends? We can't be friends. You don't even know me. How can you trust me enough to invite me to meet your family? Maybe I'm tricking you so I can attack your family. Don't be so easily trusted, Piko. I'm very grateful for your offer, but you should go home and never return to this place. It's not safe for you, and I must continue on my own.
Piko's heart sank at Musa's words. He knew Musa was right. He didn't really know him well. Yet he felt a strong sense that Musa was a good lion, which made him eager to invite him into his world. He saw the loneliness in Musa and wanted to help. Piko glanced down, saddened that his dream of having a lion friend might never come true. Seeing the sadness in Piko's eyes and recognizing the dangers of the area, Musa felt a pang of concern for the small creature who had shown him such kindness. Realizing that the area was fraught with hidden perils and wanting to ensure Piko returned home safely, Musa decided to walk Piko home. He hoped that this gesture would lift Piko's spirit and cheer him up.
Okay, Piko. As a token of appreciation for your kindness and for helping with my injured leg, I'll walk you home. I give you my word that I won't harm your family, but promise me, you'll always be cautious with strangers. Never reveal or show where your family lives. as even those closest to you can sometimes betray you.
Piko smiled and agreed, though a deep sadness lingered in his heart. He knew that once they reached his home, he would have to say goodbye to Musa, possibly never to see him again. As they walked together, the sun began its descent, casting a warm, golden glow over the sandy terrain. The sky was painted in shades of orange and pink, creating a picturesque backdrop for their journey.